What's going on, Notary World? It's the one and only Captivated Notary Q. Today, we're going to be talking about one of the most misunderstood, heavily marketed classes out there that you can take as a notary and as an entrepreneur. There's so much to talk about this ever-evolving topic that it's hard to know if you're ever getting all of the information that you need to get the desired results. So what we're going to be talking about today is your Google Maps Google Business Profile. Let's get to it. Okay, the next thing that we're going to go over on the Google Business Help page is prominence. Now, this is my key. This is what I help people with Captivated, because this is such an undervalued characteristic of the algorithm that nobody seems to be talking about. I don't understand why you guys are keep paying for training if they're not talking about building your prominence. We're going to read what Google says prominence is, and then we'll go check out a couple other articles that talk about building prominence. Let's check it out. Prominence. Prominence refers to how well known a business is. Some places are more prominent in the offline world, and search results try to reflect this in local ranking. For example, famous museums, landmark hotels, or well-known store brands are also likely to be prominent in local search results. We're notaries. We are not that. Prominence is also based on information that Google has about a business from across the web, like links, articles, and directories. Google review count and review score factor into local search ranking. More reviews and positive ratings can improve your business's local ranking. Your position in web results is also a factor, so search engine optimization, SEO, best practices apply. Here's a tip. There's no way to request or pay for a better local ranking on Google. We do our best to keep the search algorithm details confidential to make the ranking system as fair as possible for everyone. All right, so what we're gonna do now is take a look at what I feel is the most important sentence in what we just read, and that's this one right here. Prominence is also based on information that Google has about a business from across the web, like links, articles, and directories. That one right there. Let's talk about it. All right, so this prominence thing, basically what they're saying is Google wants to see that your business is located in areas that they deem as useful resources for their customer base. Okay, so two of the biggest ones that you can be on, actually three of the biggest resources that you can be on right now are Facebook, Yelp, and LinkedIn. Having a profile on in all three of those places with your Google business profile is only going to help your ranking. It's actually one of the things that will help your ranking substantially. Now, where all of this kind of gets mashed up is if you're in a market that has like 15 notaries, that are around you right now that are active, if they're all doing the same thing, you're gonna have to figure out a different way in different directories to have your business listed in. Now, the way to really do that is gonna be to do some of the things that were mentioned previously. Having links and articles. Okay, what is an article? An article could be a blog. If you're in a heavily congested market right now when it comes to notaries, and you know that you have a lot of competition around you, one of the things that you can do, and I've seen a lot of notaries do that, is add a blog section to their website. You can make your blogs as simple as, let's write a blog post today about the types of identification that we can use. I'll put in a picture that is acceptable. I'll write 500 words. Seems like a lot. 500 words really isn't a lot, especially if you go back in and you include the statutory laws from the state. Those actually count as well. So if you can pull the actual laws, you can get a good jump start and add those into your blog. But having little blog posts like that are going to start to separate you from everyone else that's only done the basics of having Facebook, of having Yelp. Okay, now you're starting to set yourself apart on the internet as an expert. Only by doing those blog posts. That's what the algorithm assumes, that you're an expert. Doing guest blog posts. If you have a friend, a notary friend that has a website or they have some kind of directory, ask them if you can write a blog for them and link back to your actual website with your name attached to it and your business and everything else. That becomes another avenue for the Google web crawlers to find you. All right, and when you start adding in all of these, they're almost like online credentials. When you start adding in these credentials, the web crawlers see your business as being a more prominent business for them. So guest blogging is a great way to help grow your business. You know, even if it's not related to the notary business, see if you have any entrepreneurial friends out there or anybody else that you know, do some networking and see if you can write a guest blog about being a notary for them. Okay, stuff like that, the web crawlers love. It presents yourself as a true professional and an expert in your field. So look for opportunities where you can do something like that, okay? Now that we've gone through what Google Business Profile Help tells us to do, I also want to take a couple looks at a couple other websites, all right? Let's get to it. So this is an article that I found titled 8 Ways to Build Prominence That Google Loves. So let's check it out. First, LinkedIn. I think we already talked about that. Get a LinkedIn profile. Simple, quick, fast. I mean, it might take you like 45 minutes. Put real information in there. Represent your business correctly, just like you would for your Google Business Profile. You know, they're not going to ask you for business hours or anything of that nature. However, you can put in what you are, a little bit about your history, and make sure that your business is represented by all of your company branding and whatnot. We see Facebook as well. Start a YouTube channel. Hey, YouTube channel. What's up, YouTube? As you see, this is something that I'm implementing for myself for Captivated. You know, if you feel that you have something to talk about and get out to the public, start a YouTube channel. I highly recommend it at this point. I'm enjoying the process, and I've already seen how it's helped Captivated grow in just a couple days. So definitely start a YouTube channel if you have a market and you know what you're going to do with it. All right. Have an About Us page on your website. So a lot of us just want landing pages. There's absolutely nothing wrong with having a landing page for your website. Truthfully, that's really all we need. So creating a separate About Us section is a good idea. Could it help? Could it not? I think it could help. It could help a lot. That's if you have actual information to put there. So take a look at your website. If you have an About Me section on there, figure out how I could expand on this and make a bigger page, a page worth having listed as an About Us section or additional site added onto your current site if you don't already have one. It's only going to help you in the search results. Now, this is specifically for lawyers, but hey, we run in that realm too because a lot of us try to get direct business from lawyers, so it doesn't matter that we're looking at this. If you have any Amazon products, you know, if you're out there selling a journal or a book or something like that, that's also always going to help you. You know, the more that your business is active, the more that you offer that are valid products, not just courses, but actual valid products that people can purchase and hold that are tangible. It's definitely going to help you out. Not saying that you can't have like an ebook or something like that, because that stuff is good. But what I'm saying is you actually have a product listed on the largest online shopping store that there is. So that's obviously going to help you when people search up your name. Oh, blogging. There it is again. I think we already know what to do with the blogging, right? So that was a website about building prominence to help your Google business profile. Just Google that. Google that term, prominence, Google business profile. Type that in your Google search engine and see what comes up and start reading all of the articles that have been read about this, okay? It's not rocket science, folks. It just takes a little bit of research. The next thing that I want to do before we end this video, I went ahead and Googled myths about Google Business Profile. I want to take a look at a couple of the websites that came up. Let's check those out as well. Okay, so here's the website that we're going to be checking out. It's from the Digital People. It's actually yourdigitalpeople.com. 5 myths about Google business profiles that could cost your business. Let's take a look. We'll just kind of run through these really quickly. Claiming and filling out your Google business profiles is not important because most people don't pay attention to these listings. We're here, right? We're doing these research because people pay attention to the listing. So we already know that's a myth. Get that out of here. It is okay for an employee to set up your Google business profile with their personal email if they add the owner as a manager on the account. People, run your business. Do not have somebody else do this for you and list their information as the owner for any types of communication, because business will use this information as the owner's address and put it into their directory. And multiple businesses around the country use Google's directories for their own businesses. And that's also something that helps with, not saying that the email address helps, but having the accurate information helps across the directory. If your employee is listed as the owner with their email address, and then you go and sign up for another directory to be in, and you're listed, now we have conflicting information in the Google algorithm. Keep it consistent. We already talked about consistency. Everything needs to be consistent across every platform that your business appears on. Oh, this one's interesting. I should rank number 1 in and around my town since I properly filled out my profile. Let's actually read this one. Although filling out your profile and keeping it updated will help you reach the top, there are other important variables when it comes to where you rank. One of the biggest variables is the location of the customer. For example, if there are 2 mechanic shops in the same town with similar Google business profile presence, depending on the location of the customer, it will vary which mechanic shop ranks higher. When the customer search occurs, the results will factor in their distance to each mechanic shop. Do I need to say anything? Everything that you've been taught in your Google business profile from your guru, are they telling you this? Or are they telling you to post pictures like you're on Facebook, on Instagram? Like that's gonna help you. It doesn't. Not once have we seen anything today, not from Google, that says that it does. Let's continue. Answering reviews on Google business profile should be considered optional. You just answer them from time to time. All right, we've already covered this. Answer your people, be grateful for them, and that's just something that you should do as a business. Be grateful for everybody that was willing to take a chance on you and trust you to take care of, for us being notaries, the important documents that may help them move money, may help them move real estate, it may help them keep money in the family, okay? So thank everybody and be very gracious for them even taking the time to leave you a review. And number 5, failing to claim your business won't harm your business. Of course, it will harm your business. That's why we're doing this, right? We are taking complete ownership of our business when it comes to the Google business profile. Let's move over to the other website. 10 common local SEO myths debunked. Now, this is a really good one. This is a really good website to visit. I would highly suggest, this is on Whitespark, and I will leave the link to this article down in the description below, okay? Myth number 1, setting a service area in Google My Business impacts rankings. Now, notice how this is saying Google My Business, out-of-date information. When was this? This is from 2021. We're in 2023. We'll have a look at it anyway. The first myth is that people seem to think that if you set a service area in Google My Business listing on your profile in your dashboard, it's going to have an impact on your ability to rank in all of those areas. No, it doesn't. It does not. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. This has been tested to death by many people. It doesn't have an impact on rankings. The only thing that has an impact on is this little drawing on your map. Google will say this is the service area that you serve. That's all they do. That's the only impact it has. You can go ahead and set anything you want in here, but it doesn't help you rank in those areas. Uh-oh. Let's continue. Oh, I can't wait for this one. Myth number 2. Keywords in Google My Business description impact rankings. Are you guys ready for this? Oh, let's highlight this entire thing. I am so excited to read this. I already read it. Let's read this. This is a big one. Oh my gosh. I hear this all the time. Keywords in the Google My Business description impact rankings. People think this will work and think Google gives me this field for the description, so I'm just going to stuff that with words like this company with the description. Miami Plumbing Company. Miami Plumbing Company. Emergency water repair serving Miami and nearby areas. Water pumps, water heater repair, plumbers, commercial residential plumbing services. Anyway, they go on and on with all the different services. You see this quite regularly in Google My Business listings. They are wasting that space because Google does not look at that field for ranking purposes. I've tested it. So many people have tested this. Put whatever you want in there. Google does not consider it for ranking. Google doesn't consider it for ranking. How much did your Google My Business course cost you, notaries? I am asking you, how much did your course cost you? We've been in this video how long? I don't even know. After I chop the video, I don't even know how long this video is gonna be. It tells you right there. They don't look at that. So putting anything beyond Notary Public, maybe if you offer an apostille service or you're a process server, a wedding officiant, that will suffice. You do not need to put anything else in there. Okay, we got it. Crystal clear. Let's continue. Myth number 3. Keywords and owner responses to Google My Business reviews impact rankings. Heard that before? The next myth is that keywords and owner responses to Google My Business reviews impact ranking. Keywords and reviews, yes, beauty, you want those, they definitely impact your ranking. But what doesn't impact ranking is for you to respond to those reviews and be like, thanks for using our best plumbing service in Denver. Thanks for using my mobile notary service. It don't do nothing. They're not talking about you. They're talking about the people that are leaving you reviews. So, when you ask for the review, ask them to mention your Notary Public service. Ask them to say, in my circumstances, Q the Notary, Q the Notary's mobile notary service was awesome. Boom, perfect, great. But I don't need to turn around and say, thank you for using my mobile notary service. It makes no sense. You don't need to do that, okay? You don't need to do that. Let us continue. Number 4, using a call tracking number negatively impacts rankings. I don't know if we're actually at that stage in the notary game right now. And paying for Google Ads impacts rankings. Let's read this one. This one actually looks kind of interesting. Let's check this one out. People seem to think paying for Google Ads impacts rankings. I've seen this a few times where they're like, well, I want to rank better in local results or even the organic results. If I pay Google advertising, they're probably going to help me rank better. That's not the case. It doesn't work. You might see it sometimes, like in the example here. You see how they got the law firm right there? Right? And it's clearly noted as an ad. We'll look at Crowell Law Offices. They got an ad and boom, they're ranked number 2. That's not how it works. It's just coincidental. They also seem to care about SEO and PPC, so they're doing both, but one does not impact the other in any way. Google has even said, there's no way to request or pay for better local rankings on Google. We do our best to keep the search algorithm details confidential, to make the ranking system as fair as possible for everyone. And that's true. You can't buy your way into results. Well, actually you can. You buy your way into the ads and it works actually quite well. You can rank number one, you just have to pay for it, but it doesn't impact your actual organic rankings. So basically what they're saying is, as long as you're willing to pay for the ads, you'll be number one. It's possible, right? You could have somebody else that has paid for ads in your area as well for the same service, and they've done a little bit more when it comes to building out their online prominence. There goes that word again. So they will outrank you if you haven't done the same work by being in the proper directories. As soon as you're done paying for those ads, if you haven't done the work that everybody else has done, down. Maybe not down too far, but you're definitely not going to be up there. You're getting a boost. All right. And how long can you afford to pay for those ads? Considering all the issues that Google Ads have, and we'll cover that in another episode, it's worth a shot. It's worth a try. See if you like it. See if it works for you. But just letting you know that once you stop paying for those ads, if you haven't built up your prominence online, because that is the key to ranking higher, is prominence. I ain't gonna do nothing for you. All right, guys, let's breathe. I know that we went over a lot of different information. I appreciate you sticking through the entire video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe down below. I'm really trying to grow this channel and bring you guys the most and best information and up-to-date information that I can when it comes to notary marketing. Saying all of that, listen, guys, you got to do your research. Okay, don't just go buying the next best thing because this person's saying something that you've never heard before, so it sounds great. That is a problem in this industry and other industries right now across the United States. Every industry is kind of going through this thing where everybody's offering courses and they're telling half-truths or not giving complete information in order to get you to keep coming back to the class, never really giving you the full details. Okay? Google My Business, Google Business Profile. This just happens to be one of those things that really stuck out to me, especially when I was starting my notary journal, to kind of dig in and understand. It's all about prominence. You can go out there and post a million pictures if you want to. It doesn't matter. If your customer isn't located close to you and there's another notary that is located closer to them, it doesn't matter really what you do. That other notary is still going to come up ranked higher than you. Okay? That is the truth of it. We have just read it. We just saw it on the Google Business Profile help from their actual help pages. They tell you exactly what to do. And we just reviewed it. So the next time that you're looking to buy a Google Business Profile course, think about this class and make sure before you select enroll that person is teaching you how to do all of those things. And also, if you need help building out your footprint and getting into directories, it does take some time. And if you're the type of person that would rather just pay somebody to do it, guess what? Captivated Notary Marketing Solutions offers help with that too. So I thank everybody for checking out the video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Down at the bottom, more videos coming soon. And we're gonna keep this thing rolling. Hey, it's Captivated, baby. Peace.